Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to partial and hit insane backlines with TSH. Now the partialing part does work with other styles, but I'm just going to be going over TSH for this video because I've gotten pretty good at it and would like to share it with you all, so let's just get straight into it. Alright guys, look-key started the recording like 1 point late, but essentially let me explain to you what partials are. I don't know if you've watched any other videos, but I've explained it in a few. So partials are essentially when, well, hold on. That's I'm actually gonna go ahead and clip that because that was a pretty good corner. Anyways, partials is essentially a partial tilt. A full tilt is something like when you do this. It's a full S tilt. I kind of knew they'd go up because nobody freaking full S tilts like that with no charge from all the way back there. But anyways, that's a full tilt. And partial is just, it's a partial of a tilt so that you can decide how far back it goes instead of your limiters being W, S and D, and S. Stuff like that, So essentially, how to partial. You're gonna want to, hold on, oh wow, I'm great, okay. So to partial, yeah, there are many ways of doing it because some people hold S and D and then move the camera back, but essentially what I do is I will, hold on, let me just score this real quick. I guess not. Okay, I'm the greatest, bro. Oh my gosh. Anyways, what I will do is I will hold either A or D on my keyboard, and then depending on which key I hold, so if I hold D, go like this. If I move my camera backwards, like this, it'll go further back. And if I move it forwards, I'll show you in a second what that looks like. So when I move it forwards, like, oh wow, I'm terrible, never mind. Move forwards like how do I, hold on, give me a second. I gotta go like that, it's kind of weird. So usually for the back tilt I will use D and move my camera back, and then for the forward tilt I'll use A and move it forward to get those partial W tilts. And it the partial backlines, oh my gosh, I can barely speak, are really useful. Still gotta know how to like aim and choose your locations of where you want to spike, but partials are a key thing for the higher ranks because you can hit the ball from a lot higher. You can probably hit some better angles. I'm just hitting it straight to this guy. He's just running right to the ball. But yes, let me just, okay, here, so if I want to hit like a cut, that was way too big of a partial. Probably just could have gone for a no tilt there, as I, haven't exactly mastered it myself. But so if I go something like this, see, you gotta switch it up some. That was a good partial. That was a great angle, but you gotta switch it up sometimes. Going for those backline shots all the time, it's hard to desync and partial all at once. So let me, oh, I can't reach that. That's out. Yeah, it's over. Okay. So it's kind of hard to desync and partial all at once because it's gotta be in a one big swift movement. So you gotta go this and then like that. You gotta move it back immediately. Now partialing, it does take time to fully master and learn. I haven't done it myself yet. I still need to learn to aim corners a little bit better. Partialing itself isn't really a problem for me, but sometimes we'll have our mishaps and you know how that goes. But oh wow, okay, is that over? I feel like I can just, no, okay, so I can't do that. Alright, let me get that, and then let me get a W partial there. So what I did there, held A tilt, and I move my camera forward like this, so I move my mouse to the right, essentially is what I'm doing. When I'm doing that, I'll go like this, move my mouse to the right, and when I do this, I move my mouse. Well, the thing is, when I'm partialing with A tilt, I move it to the right, but I also, that's for W tilt partials, but when I want to do those backlines, I'll do A or D. For some reason, I can't do like a DW partial. It seems really weird for me. I'd like to do it like this, not like this. I don't know, but, it's been a minute since I posted a long form video. I haven't been posting as much recently. Getting into exams for school, got to lock in, but summer's coming up, so we're good. Let me see if I can full S that. Yeah, full S works sometimes, but partialing is good, really, in usually it can be good in ones, but I'd say honestly, neutral tilts are probably a little bit better in ones, if I'm being completely honest, because, you know. But in stuff like 2s, 3s, and 4s, partials come clutch. I've been playing a lot more 3s and 4s recently, as you can see here. I have a 13 streak from just playing 4s. It's pretty fun, honestly. And partialing, you know, it really helps out. So I'm gonna go ahead and continually try to explain. It's not really a THH guide in this video, it's just how to partial. Now partialing with styles like, you know, Jinko and Sonu and stuff like that. For example, Sonu, it's a little bit different because partialing with Sonu, you know, it'll change the direction of the spike. It's not just going to change the trajectory forward, but it's going to change the trajectory either left or right depending on what tilt you use and which way you partial. So I don't know much about Sonu. I don't really use him much, and when I do, I'm not really partialing with him. I'm just hitting those full S tilt shots because I don't think Sonu really needs to partial very often. TSH is probably the style to partial with. Kazana is also pretty good for partialing with, just so you can, you know, if you jump too high in the middle, you can do, instead of like a full S tilt, you can do a D tilt. Damn, this guy sucks at receiving, bro. Let's lock in. Honestly, I just want to like play. I'm literally just gonna hit it out because I don't know if he's ever going to receive this, bro. GG's. GG's. W matchmaking. What level is he? Level 215. Oh, so that wasn't even a partial there. I just did a tilt switch. See, that's another big thing with TSH. Tilt switching while partialing is really, really easy. You can get your partial all set up, and then all you gotta do is just hold W, and then so you can go like this, hold W like this, where your camera is still at an angle, then immediately switch to D, like that, and it works pretty well. That was interesting. Can't tell if he's on fast flags. You can never really tell these days. I mean, some people just had them on a, you know, pretty big level. But let me see if I can like, yeah. So decent partial there. Straight to back, not bad. So you want to be kind of like a little mysterious with your run-ups because your run-ups can really give it away. Because what people tend to do is they'll just run one way like this, shift lock the other way at a 90-degree angle, just like this. That's not a 90-degree angle, I'm being weird. A 90-degree angle would be something like going like this and then like that. This is more like a 45-degree angle. But yeah, so usually it can be a little obvious, which is why you want to like, you know, switch it up. Maybe don't pre-aim where you have a set location. Pre-aiming is where you don't even look where he is, your opponent. You just have a set location of where you're spiking, kind of like that, but you know, it works. So that's another pretty decent partial. They go to the back line pretty often once you get the hang of them, you know. That's a tilt switch maybe? Nah, not a tilt switch. And GG's, so that is game. We are gonna go ahead and move on to the next game too. I don't know if we're gonna try out another style, but let's just get into that. Alright, so here we are in the next game. Is it the same guy? No, it is not. So this is a TSA. Actually, I don't know if it's the same guy. I have a terrible memory, I guess, bro. Anyways, so this is the same guy. By the way, partialing works really well when you have stuff like, you know, full charge. Make sure to get your charge all the way up. I'm kind of making this into like a whole TSH tutorial, which is not my intention. Just want to do partialing. So when I want to aim there, boom, there we go. Could have partialed more there. Hell, I probably could have somehow maybe fit in a full S. It's just I'm more confident with partialing. Definitely don't want to pre-aim. What is this gonna? He's gonna aim right here. Nope, he's not aiming right there. So a good thing for receiving, guys, I'll let you know. When people aim at one corner, they tend to aim at the other corner, the next shot. So for example, he just aimed twice there, and then he aimed once there. So, but he missed, so I'll presume that he might aim at the left corner once again. Oh no, he aimed over there. So what I'm gonna do, boom, there we go. Could have partialed it to the back line, which would have been pretty nice, but that still works. Now, I do post some shorts about me hitting some crazy shots with TSH while partialing and stuff like that. And you guys are always like, whoa, you have an insanely big hitbox. Now, what is weird is it really seems like when you partial, it increases your hitbox in an upwards direction. I don't know why, but that is just what it seems like, because I can hit it from really high. I'll try to showcase that if I can. Nah, I couldn't. Okay, maybe I'm just the greatest, bro. I might be the greatest. GG's. But yeah, so it does tend to increase your hitbox, I think, is what me and a few others have discovered. It is quite interesting. Let me see, is he in there? Yep, he does. Okay, watch this, ready? Whoosh. Boom, full S, no charge. Honestly, the full S with no charge ain't even that bad if you know, what timing to use and stuff like that. It's really all about timing and knowing the ball's height and stuff like that, So let me, hold up, I can full S. Nope, wasn't full S, S and D, and he misses that. It's a free shot, that's chill. Probably a little panicked, but you don't always have to partial. If you want to hit a quicker shot, then you can go ahead and do so. As an interesting play. I think we're gonna do just one more game after this, but yeah, you can definitely hit some insane shots with partialing. But yeah, so the way I partial, man, I'm just saying shit, bro. I'm just talking. Oh my gosh, what to talk about now? I don't want to keep boring you guys with just me saying the same stuff over and over again. Let me see, can I get that? Nope. See, I haven't even mastered it. If I had more charge, probably could have gone in, but see, on TSH, it's not always about hitting those backline shots. You also want to hit like good angles, like right there, for example. You don't even got a partial for that, He's in receive by him. You know what he's doing. Let me do that. Wow, GG's, I'm terrible. Yeah, so you don't always need to hit those backline shots, but you also want to be. Hold on, let me be quick with my shift lock. Let me be like really quick with it. Wow, he's just there. It's pretty good. Not bad, dude. Oh, I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Anyways, he's pretty good at receiving. So if what I'm doing is he's at the middle a lot. Hopefully he doesn't miss this. There we go. He is at the middle a lot. Let me see if I can nice angle. That was a great angle. GG's. We're gonna do one more after this just to, do one last one. So let's just get into that. So we are faced with the same guy 2 times in a row, I think. Don't think it's been any more than that. So we are gonna go ahead and get straight into the game. You see Aim's there. He's doing some low powers and he really likes that spot. He really likes the right side, so I guess I'll guard that a little bit heavier. So yeah, you want to hit it from a little bit higher. Whoosh, boom, just like that. When you hit it from high, just go straight over their head. You can partial with any style. I prefer partialing with styles which don't have, abilities like Sonu and Jinko, just because they're a little bit weird. Like partialing with Jinko, you can. The only way to really partial with Jinko effectively is, it's when you're doing those insane boomerangs, It's when you're doing those insane boomerangs, so you go like this and you partial like that. That's the same way. But, styles like Yogan, Kazana, you can do it with them too. Let me see if I can hit that corner over there. Nope, he gets that. See, the thing I'm doing is I'm being too obvious. I'll stay in the air for like half a second before I spike, so let me see if I can fix that up real quick. How could I fix, even if I can't, boom, just like that. As long as you're hitting those angles, try to hit as far away from the person as possible. I might not be the best anymore. That's out. I'm not the best anymore. I was never really very, I thought I was pretty decent at this game, but a lot of comments, you get a lot of hate, you know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with it though. It's usually the more comp league players who will. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they get all that ego from, bro. It's a game. It's a game. All right, let me see if I can just. Oosh, oh my gosh! Wait, boom. There we go. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'll have you know. I don't know if you have seen. I've been doing a lot of community posts and announcements because when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will be doing a 10,000 Robux giveaway. I don't know if it's going to be in a tournament style because I want to give as much as you guys an opportunity for it as possible, because every one of my subscribers is as meaningful as they are. Everyone is equal in meaningfulness to me. You all are great. You made a really big dream of mine possible, and now we're catching up on 100,000 subscribers, and that has been a milestone for like literally my whole life. Always wanted to be a big YouTuber, and you guys making it come true. And I'm only 16, so I got a lot to do and a lot to grow. So if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Holy out. It's fine. Hopefully he doesn't miss this, because I still want to say a few things. And he missed it. Okay. Well, I'll get on with it anyways. I don't know what to do the tournament on, just because, you know, I want to give as much as you guys an opportunity for the Roblox as possible, and something like a 300-400 player Volleyball Legends tournament is just not possible, you know? It'd be more like a 20 player, and I'm not only giving 20 of you guys a chance, because I want you all to have a chance. So something that we can instead do, if you want, is we can set it up in a way where I do like some sort of big event. Sorry to drag this on a little bit, but it's a little bit important. I can do something like a big event where I do like some sort of in-games type of thing, where I do like multiple games of in-games or something, and I don't know. I'll think of something, but it might be like some sort of multiple challenge. What I'm thinking is it's gonna be like multiple challenges, where for one thing you could sign up for different things. You could do the in-games one, you could do a last to leave one and stuff like that, and we choose the top 10 players from each one of those, and then we could do something with Volleyball Legends where we bring them to this to do some sort of tournament, and that could be pretty interesting. So it'd be multiple stages, because, you know, unless you guys do just want to do like 20 people are randomly picked to do a Volleyball Legends tournament, but you know, you have a small chance of doing that. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.